Hello and welcome to another budget with me. Today we're going to be going over all my spending from last month, which is a ton, which I'm sure you've already guessed if you've been paying attention to my videos. And then we're going to be talking a little bit about how I'm going to be changing my finances going forward and also what my plan is for October. Okay, so first we have the usual Google budget sheets here that I created. It's based on effectively my checking account, so I can always make sure that I have money available to do what I need to do. So this is what we had planned for September, but we're going to change some things because it isn't exactly what happened. So to start, the starting balance on my checking account was, let's see, slightly lower than this, so 2,526. And then my salary, so the salary is my paycheck, but removed from it is the usual stuff, so investments, separate savings, and of course the usual deductions, medical, etc. from work. And then once all of those are covered, I decide how much money I'm gonna need in the various account. So for this account, this is the variable account. So effectively in this account, I only need around $600 a month to live if I don't spend anything extra. So I do have some leeway in terms of how much money I can pay myself here. So I decided not to pay myself this month because I spent so much money on extraneous things that that money already went to my credit card bill. And then I'll talk about it in a little bit more about my emergency fund, and some of the money went there too. So I ended up paying myself $1,010. And that is just effectively to have enough money so that the start of next month I should be good. Like, as you'll see as the budget goes through, I should have about $1,600 left at the end of the month, and that should be enough to survive. And if anything extra comes up, then I can pull it from there. If it's an emergency, then I have to pull it from my emergency fund, but we're not planning on those. So nothing in the extra income. And then these are going to change as I change these values here. So these are my regular bills. So nothing changed here. Everything was the same. $50 for internet, electricity $76, cell phone $70, and then my subscriptions $20. Groceries, I ended up spending less than this because I was gone for a little over half the month. So I spent $153, which is nice. And then gas was also lower because, like I said, I was gone, so $40. Wellness, I ended up spending less than this. I only spent $17. I ended up switching my calcium. I was taking calcium, like gummy calciums before, but then they were just like too sweet and it was annoying, which is surprising for me because I love desserts, but it was just too much. So I ended up just ordering some pills. So those cost $17, and they're the really small ones, which is nice, so they're easy to swallow. And then homeware, I've already mentioned in my reset videos, I bought some Diptyque candles. In fact, that is the bag back there because I got back a couple of days ago, so I still have the bag up there. But anyway, I bought 4 candles from Diptyque, and that cost me $201. That is after the VAT refund, which was around $20 actually. So not much, but then the candles are also cheaper there. They're like $50 effectively each, but in America they're like $72, so you get that savings as well. So that's a tip. If you want to buy Diptyque candles, buy them when you're on vacation. Next up, healthcare. I ended up buying just some bandages because I was walking so much and my shoes like rubbed against my heel and caused a blister, so I had to get bandages. And luxuries. Okay, so this is where things went awry. So actually they didn't really go awry. Like in my mind, like I knew I was gonna spend this money, but like I was just gonna see what happens. Like if I spent it, I spent it, and if I didn't, that would also be fine, but I did. So I ended up spending, if you've seen my video so far, I did a unboxing and talk about my luxury experience in Paris. So if you've seen those bags, then you know that I have spent over $10,000 on Chanel and Louis Vuitton handbags combined. So because I spent so much money, I ended up pulling the money from a separate account because there was just not enough money in this account to account for that. But I did buy some other luxury items that were not bags, and those are accessories, so we'll just go through them. So I got a Hermes scarf. I haven't unboxed it yet, but I did film the unboxing that I'm gonna put in a later video to follow. And then I bought the LV, the Louis Vuitton 6-key holder, which you guys have already seen. It's in the unboxing, which I will link, of course. And then what else did I buy? I got some key rings for the key holder, extended. That's like a, I don't know how interested you guys are in that, but that's a trick to help organize the keys in the holder. And then I also bought some bag straps from my Pochette Métis bag that I purchased, but they all look terrible, so they're going back. That was about $55 worth. That's going back. So in total, and this includes the $55 because the return hasn't gone through, but we're gonna change this. I should have actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy and paste this. Okay, there we go. So accessories, $1,182. The majority of that was the scarf, and then the key holder was pretty cheap actually. It was around $230 something. So not bad. The scarf is amazing. Totally worth it. The quality is like immaculate. I talk about it more in another video, so I won't belabor the point here. Next up we have hygiene. I spent $19 on some ingrown hair remover pads. Last time I went on vacation without them, I got a ton of ingrown hairs. So yeah, because my normal ingrown hair remover is in a roll-on bottle and it's like too big to carry. So I, thought I could get away for like 2 weeks without it, and that was like not a thing. So these ones all worked out very well. They're the ones from First Aid Beauty, I believe. I'll link them below. Then I spent $20 on parking, and then I bought some nail remover on vacation to remove my nails, and that is it for the variable side of the account. We'll move on. So those variable expenses, as you'll see, cost $1,851. Move on to the fixed checking account, which is where I effectively save money every month for these categories until the bill is due, because the bills for these are due like randomly, like twice a year, once a year, that kind of thing. So in here my car loan was the same, so $1,650, and I talk about why my car loan is that high in a separate video if you're interested. So let's go over what happened here. So my income was $2,935, and that is a combination of the salary that I pay myself here and then the salary that I pay myself here. And then savings, it was a negative number because I didn't save any money from my actual salary. I actually took money out of the accounts that were already there, so that's why this is negative. But the account balances are still positive, as you can see here, so we're good in that regard. And then spending, so this is why I have the negative savings amount, because my spending was more than my income, more than the incoming money. So bills, $1,866, lifestyle $413, and then extras $1,222. So that is what happened in September. I mentioned this already, that I'm going to be switching to effectively things that are absolutely necessary in my budgets going forward, at least through the end of the year. Actually, honestly, for the foreseeable future. Like, I don't know, I really don't have like a deep desire to buy anything at this point because I like spend so much money. So yeah, so that is the plan, and you'll see that reflected in my October budget, which we're gonna do now. Okay, so we have a new budget sheet here, which I don't know, that just brings me so much joy to have like a fresh budget every month. Like I don't know, I might be like the only one. Let me know if you guys have the same feeling when you like get to start your budget every month. So let's start off with the balance in my variable checking account. So that is $1,626. I plan to pay myself $1,000, and normally I pay myself more than that, but that was when I was spending more money. But now that we're trying to do the bare minimum, we're just gonna do 1,000. That should cover my everyday expenses. And if there's anything extra, then I'll just pay myself more. But we're hoping not to do that so that we can use the extra money for my emergency fund, which I've mentioned before. Since this budget is complete, or my previous budget, I have been able to put some money aside in my emergency fund, and I'll talk to you guys more about that in a separate video. Extra income, nothing anticipated, but you know, I wouldn't be mad if something came through. And then let's move on to the fixed checking side. So starting balance there was $3,823, and then I'm paying myself the usual salary, so $1,925, and that is effectively the average of these bills per month. So in terms of expenses, these are staying the same, but a few have changed. So electricity or internet $50, electricity, I don't think I've gotten my electricity bill yet. Let me double check real quick. Oh wait, no, I did not get the bill, so this is just an estimate. I have $50 estimated, but it'll probably be more than that. The last one was 76, so we'll see. That's fine. And then my cell phone bill was $111 because I increased my rate plan for international travel. Subscription is $20 as usual. Groceries, we're gonna bump that up from $300 because I looked at the average of my grocery bills over the last 6 months. I think it was like $340 something, so we're hoping $350 covers my needs. And then gas and fuel $150, that should be fine. I'm going to be driving to work less because I actually have cut my hours. It's not where I want to be. I think I may have mentioned this somewhere. I probably have because I talk about my financial independence desires, but I'm trying to cut my hours down. Like, I really don't want to work. If I haven't already like made that clear, but I do need to work. And if I didn't work at this point in time, then I don't think I would have enough things to fill my time. So that and the financial need, like I need to work. But anyway, I decreased my hours a little bit, so less driving for now. And my income is going to decrease slightly, but not noticeably yet. So wellness, $42. I'm just getting my usual omega-3s. And then automotive, I need to look back at my car purchasing documents, but I think I paid my registration when I bought my car in April. So I should be good there, but I do have to renew my license. And it cost around $100 last time, so I'm hoping that's what it is, or less this time. Other things that I plan to buy, I'm just gonna do a copy and paste. Normally I do this beforehand, but clearly I forgot. So not spending much in the extra category because, as I mentioned before, I'm trying to keep it to the bare necessities. So that includes books because, I don't know, books are like for your expansion as like a person. Like, I don't know, it expands your knowledge and critical thinking skills. So I'm always down to buy books. So I'm budgeting $20 for 2 books. I still have to finish the 1 book from last month. I thought I would finish it on vacation, but I was like so busy that I didn't really have much downtime. So that's still there. So once I finish that, I have room to buy a couple more books. And then work expenses, that should equal $250. I should be getting reimbursed for these. I'm not entirely sure though, but either way, like, it still comes out of my pocket initially. So I'm gonna count it there. So let's move over to the fixed checking expenses. So I have a couple things happening this month. So my car loan is the same, $1,650, and then I have my car insurance coming out as well, $461. This is paid biannually, so twice a year, but you are able to split the 2 payments into an additional 2 payments for a total of 4 payments. So I decided to do that just to have more money available, like, because interest rates are better, so the longer the money stays in your bank account, the more interest you can earn. So that's that. So let's go over some numbers here. So variable expenses total $1,143, and then my fixed expenses total $2,111. So in total, my spending is $3,254. Income is gonna be $2,925, and I'm once again gonna be dipping into the actually balances off my account, which is fine because I'm still left with like a comfortable threshold. So the variable checking account, I'm going to be left with $1,483 if the spending goes as planned, which is fine. Like as long as I have $1,000 in that account, I'm fine. And technically it could go down to $600 and I would still be fine. So I'm not worried about that. And in terms of the breakdown of the spending, bills are $2,342, things for living $442, and then the extras are $270. So that is going to be it for my previous spending and what I'm planning on spending in the next month. Let me know how your guys' month have gone. Hopefully you haven't been spending extravagantly like I have, unless of course that's what you want to do. Then that's totally fine. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye bye.